I think that's good what he's doing for the people anyway, especially for us, for young cats like us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Andrew Coles is
he's a phenomenal dude, bro.
Yeah,
like, seriously, he's a phenomenal dude.
Great
like,
vibes.
Yeah,
open his house.
Yeah,
like all these people he didn't even know.
All these strangers, and
all
we know
Jean
has a lot of stranger friends.
Oh wow!
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yo, let me live, man.
He's
let
a
me
unicorn in the representation field. I really appreciate him for him.
Oh no, yes, love.
Oh wait, hold on. Are we live? Hold up. Hey y'all, I don't know if y'all listening. Hopefully y'all are. But if you don't know who we are the Leaders Are Made Every Day podcast. It's your boy RJ Walker.
And it's your boy Victor Camwendo.
Too sexy for his shirt, Victor Campbell.
He always thinks
look
at him.
He always has like 5 buttons undone. Like he really needs that.
Hey,
son.
I put in work. I can do this.
The Prince of Moali is here.
Let me live.
Get out of here.
He couldn't even protect his own father.
Yeah, we're here just chilling at the bunker as usual. And if you don't recognize that other voice, you should. A good friend of mine as well as Victor's.
Yeah. I don't know about Vic, but
maybe
RJ.
Vic is pending. We're still trying to see. But
he loves me though.
You may have seen him in season 2 of Insecure, and if you're a fan of that, you're also going to see him in season 3. And he also has his own creative stuff that he's working on by himself because we owners over here, and that's what we're pushing. Without further ado, my dog John Ellie's in the house. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, bro. Thank you for having me, bro. This is dope.
Hello, John.
This is fly.
Oh, thanks, brother.
This is fly.
It's fly that you're here, man.
Nah, man. It's fly that you guys invited me here. Like,
oh no.
Yeah, I'm honored. Like that you called me. It was like, yo, let's make this thing happen. You was like, yo. Like for like the last 2 weeks, you're like, yo, nigga.
Yeah.
No, but you know what's crazy though? Like you was like one of the first people in our minds though. You're like one of the first people in our minds. Because I mean, I think it's love what's going on here with the young people, especially young black people in Hollywood, like picking up, you know what I'm saying, where they left off and just like running with it. Yeah. And we want to bring like great energy to this thing and, you know, have people actually learning from people who have, you know, their same age range, but even younger people can be like, relate to whatever you go through. You know what I'm saying? So you're like one of the first cats that we wanted to talk to. And, you know, we appreciate your ass for coming
100%, bro.
Appreciate it, dog.
If y'all just tuning in, which y'all probably are, we were just talking about a good friend of us who's in the management field, Andrew Coles. But I had a question for you. Well, first off, if you don't mind, who you rep by and everything?
Oh, right now I'm repped by Full Screen. It's which is a YouTube MCM company, the management company where they create content, produce content, and like host their own things. Like they really help their talent grow from the ground up. And my agency is with innovative artists.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, they're really good. They're really good.
With so me, I'm rep with artists first, and APA is my agency. And I'm starting to, like, I'm maybe like a couple years in with the management thing long term, but I'm starting to see what people mean when certain companies are corporate and some are like for you. And I've done my research, and I saw that, you know, not just your management company isn't just smaller, like as far as how many like clients they rep, but it seems like they're really pushing you for your content.
Yeah, my management company is huge. Like they rep so many online talent.
They rep a lot.
They rep a lot.
But
of
your
online
manager,
talent.
your manager in particular, doesn't rep like 60 people at a time.
No, she reps a lot of people. They're just like really good at time management and like bouncing back and forth between their talent that they're working with.
That's amazing.
Like they're really, really good, and like their attention to detail. And like it wasn't. I didn't come in like, yo, I need you guys to rep me this, that, and third. It was more like, hey guys, I'm doing these things, and I need help facilitating some of these things. Yeah. They're like, oh, cool. Let's sit down and talk about these things that you're trying to create. Then what's it called? We met and I was like, look, this is what I want to do. I've been burned by management and reps in the past, so I don't really put any stock on this stuff. So it's like, if you guys want to help. If you guys don't. Right. And they're like, all right, cool, we game. And then it started that whole motion of like, okay, what do you want to do? What do you want to create? You're kind of different from what we usually rep. And you're not like on YouTube heavy. You're not on Instagram heavy. You're not on Vine heavy, which is all their talent, which is most of their talent. So they're like, yeah, man, like we'll help you do these things. So we have like some first look deals, things that are happening right now, and we could probably like help you get into these things and get your work out there. So
well, I take back what I said, saying they small. My bad, full screen.
Yeah, man, like they're huge, bro.
Put some respect on that name.
I ain't do enough research.
Yeah, like they got their thing going, man. And like my reps I have like 3 reps over there that like kind of like my point people, like Mazad, Tim, and Brian. Like they hold me down. They're also the people that got me insecure as well.
Wow. Oh, shoot, that's incredible.
I was going to speak on that. So it seems that because your management, they rep all these YouTube or influencers, whatever, you're kind of like at an advantage because you're a real deal actor and creator.
No. Hold on.
What
you about to say, man?
Before we get there, right? Okay. Before we get there, Jean.
Yeah.
How long have you been in LA?
8 years.
8 years. And 8 years in LA grinding and hustling. Did you come here to be an actor? Was that your thing?
Yeah, that's it.
And when did you decide you wanted to be an actor and actually go for it, like full throttle?
I started to want to be an actor when I was like 22 years old. So I was like, oh yeah, then I might try to see what's going on. It was more so on the thought process of, oh, I could be famous doing this. And then I was booked a couple gigs. Booked my first gig over at a URI off Craigslist. Booked another gig which was a reality pilot, and they took me to the Bahamas. And then
hold on, slow down. What was that first gig?
Yeah,
in detail.
Oh,
no, you didn't just go skate past it.
I know, right? You see how he tried to run away from it?
Right. I try to run away from it, man. I tell that story all the time, like, cause that was the one that was like, oh, I might have something here, because I went to this thing. I found this thing on Craigslist, and let me backtrack. So when I first got my interest peaked, I was listening to the radio. I was driving home from work, and I was listening to the radio, and there was this thing called Pro Scout, which I was like, oh, okay, cool. Let me go to this thing. And then as I was driving over to Worcester, and I was like, why the fuck am I doing this? By the way, can I cuss on this or not?
Oh, yeah, you good.
Yeah,
all right,
sure,
cool.
Man.
But I was like, why the hell am I driving up to this thing to do something that nobody in my family's done? Nobody has any insight. I don't know nobody in this industry. Like, why? Like, why am I doing this? But I was like, fuck it, just go. So I went up to this thing, and it was like all these actor moms, actors, the moms of actors, people who want to be actors, people who want to be reality stars, people who want to do all this thing. The only thing I know that I liked was Real World at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So like Real World, and I didn't even want to go to Real World. I really wanted to go to Real World as a segue to go to the championship stuff, like where they fly
like the Road Rules Challenge.
Yeah,
that's my joint right there.
Like the challenges and stuff like that. That's the only reason why I even wanted to do all that stuff, just so I could do those obstacle courses. So, and
reality TV has definitely changed.
Facts. So
Yes.
I go to this thing, and they're like, yo, do you have what it takes? I'm like, yeah. They're like, all right, cool. Here's this card. Then it was like, all right, if you didn't get this card, there was like 100-something people in the room. Like, if you didn't get this card, step out of the room. Like 75% of the people in the room got kicked out of the room. So like there was like only a few of us left in the room. Like, all right, cool. You guys are the people that we think that what it takes to be an entertainer, to be all this and third. And you guys got to go to this casting call situation where you're gonna meet a bunch of casting directors from New York and LA, and they're gonna audition you for TV shows and this and third. And I was like, and they're like, oh, and also you got to pay like X amount of money. I was like, I'm all set.
You know what's funny about that? Before I left South Bend, Pro Scouts came to our city too. Yeah. And in South Bend, we're not even close to, like, we don't have that industry, so we don't know better. So like it was me and my dog Jared.
Oh, you got Pro Scout too?
Yeah, well, I got the card, but I didn't go further because I'm like, I'm not gonna pay y'all. Like, I ain't even got this though at the time, so I'm like, it ain't gonna work. That's funny you mentioned that. That's so funny.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm good. Let me try to figure out what else is there, right? This guy said, oh, I might have a shot, so let me just go out and see before I even pay this $150 to go to this thing. Let me figure out if I can do this. So I went on Craigslist and I found a job at URI, and I went to this URI thing. Thought I was gonna be background. I googled what background meant, so I was like, okay, cool. I sit in the background, don't say shit, and just like be a part of the room. And I was like, all right. So I go to this thing at Pro Scout. I go to this thing at URI. And they're like, all right, you're gonna be in the scene. This is an AA meeting situation. When they pass the ball to you, you have to talk. Like, you have to talk and say why you're in this room. I'm like, yeah, but what am I supposed to read to say? What? Like, no, just make up something. And like, just go in and say whatever. I was like, all right. So the ball came to me, and then I made up this whole story. It's an elaborate story about how I was an alcoholic after I graduated college. Life wasn't good for me. I was going down a very destructive path. My sister gave me a cat, like a companion animal. Like, gave me a cat, and the cat was like the thing that like kind of like brought me out of my rut. And that's the life you live, right?
Yeah, you
don't you have a cat?
No, you cat and dog. You a family man.
So we I made up this story about this cat and how this cat like brought me back to life and like ushered me back into civilization, this and third. And one day I left for like work, and I had a friend watching the house, and the cat ran outside. And when the cat ran outside, it got hit by a car, and I fell back into the rut, the hole I was in before. And as I was explaining this thing, was like tears started flowing down my eyes, all this stuff started happening.
In the middle of the scene.
In the middle of the scene, I'm having a conversation, like tears start flowing down my eyes, and third, and I'm like, and then I passed the ball over. I was like, this is why I'm here, and this is why I keep coming here, because these people in this group are helping me cope with what's going on with me.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
And I was like, and then I hand over the ball to the next person. Then they're like, all right, cut, boom. They come like, damn, yo, like, hey, sorry to hear about what happened to your cat, man. Like, I was like, nigga, I hate cats. Like, no, I like, that's not real. Like, that was bullshit. They're like, oh, yo, you should really try this for real. Yeah. I was like, all right. And then I went to Craigslist again, just look for another job, and I ended up finding this one independent film in Boston. I hope that never sees the light of day. And then
it will.
Nope.
Wait, it still hasn't come out?
Never came out. Never saw it.
It has your face on it, bro. You about to blow up. That thing's
coming
out.
But then I saw, then I did a reality pilot in the Bahamas, and that was fun. And I was like, oh, I should probably do this do this shit for real. It's like, yeah, you fly me out, do this and that. I was like, this is fucking dope.
That's the life.
Then I went to my cousin's house, Fred. I went to his house, and we had a conversation. I was like, yo, I might do reality TV, move to Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like, that might be the move. He was like, no, the fuck you're not. Like, you're not doing reality TV. If you want to do this for real, you're going to either live in New York or you're going to go to LA. These are the only two places you can do this. He's like, so you want to stay here in New York? I was like, nah, man, there's too much family here. Like, I'll get distracted. I won't be able to do what I need to do. So he was like, yo, go to LA. I was like, who do you know in LA? I was like, I don't know nobody in LA. So, but then I remembered that, because I used to run a Sprint store. I used to run like 3 Sprint stores at the time. Okay. So like acting was like kind of a hobby situation. And then I was running a Sprint store, and I remember a kid that was in the mall of one of my Sprint stores where one of my kiosks were, was like, oh, I'm moving to LA to live with my brother who's an actor. And his brother was on Hotel for Dogs. So I was like, all right, cool. Can I stay with you guys when I move out here? He was like, yeah, come through. It's going to be great, man. It's going to be dope. Like, you can stay on the floor. The brothers, I was like, bet. Call my job. I was like, yo, I'm out of here. I quit. He's like, yo, give me like a formal letter, because just in case if you want to come back. Yeah. I told my district man, I was like, I'm out. He's like, so you're going to go to LA and cry on cue? I was like, what are you talking about, bro? I'm like, I'm out of here. So he was like, all right, cool. I fly out to LA. I get off the plane. And the homie who told me to stay with him was like, yo, son, my fault, my bro. Like, man, yo, my brother and I got into a fight, and you can't stay with me, man.
Wow.
Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I was like, yo, fam, you could have told me this before I left Boston, before I left Logan Airport. Like, you could have told me all this.
And the entire time, he knew you were coming, though.
He knew I was coming. So
that's like
I sent him the flight. I sent him everything. He knew I was coming. He was like, sorry, man. Me and my brother got into a fight. You can't live. I was like, so what am I supposed to do right now? Like, where am I supposed to live? And he was like, well, I came here with a homie. Maybe you can ask him if you could live with him. And you could pay him some bread. I was like, damn, yo. I'm supposed to meet this dude right off the airport. I'm at the airport right now. I'm meeting some complete stranger I don't know from a hole in the wall, and I'm about to ask him the favor of a lifetime. Like, yo, can I stay with you, and I'll pay you some bread. The bread I don't even have. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was like, I was like, come on, man. Like, I will pay you some bread. I'll take you to groceries. You won't even see me. I won't even be at your house. Like, I will only be there to sleep. So I lived out of my suitcase out of his house for like 4 to 6 months. And he allowed me to stay there. I paid him bread, and what they call me and him are friends to this day. Oh, like that's the homie, yo.
Shout out to him.
Andre, Aaron Barfield, like that's the man, yo.
That's dope.
And then so he allowed me to stay there. Looked out for me like several times, especially like with flights because he worked at the airport too. Oh, so like he looked out for me on like buddy passes to 3rd for like if I had to like go home to 3rd.
Yeah, he still work at the airport.
I plead the 5th.
I might need some hookups.
I was to say I'm trying to go to Texas next week.
But like, yeah, he looked out, man, and that's the homie, man. So like, yeah, man, like I ended up making a friend out of the airport and ended up living with him for like 4 to 6 months. And what's called then I ended up booking my first job, which was on Project X, and like I went from background to a day player on that job within a day. So like I was able to see the difference between background and being someone of name, of like notoriety, in a day, like a day's time. Yeah. So I was able to see the difference between how people treat each other. Yeah. And now at that point I was like, yo, fuck everybody, man. Like, yo, people be dicks. Like they're so dicks, like to background. That's why I'm like, yo, these people are trying to be something. You like are working towards something. Not trying. They're working towards something. And people will treat you based on your status or wherever you're at, and that's not right. That's bullshit. And I think that was like the most bullshit, and that was the greatest lesson I ever learned. I was like, treat people how you want to be treated. And I remember the next day on that job, it was like the first day, it was like, yo, don't touch that. Don't move at it. Don't touch Crafty. Da-da-da, this, that, and third. Move over there. Sit over there, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, was this a concentration camp? Like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And then the next day, I'm telling, it's like, hey, Mr. Elie, how you doing? Do you want me to take you over to your trailer? Do you need a ride? I was like, I'll walk. Yeah. I was like, wait, weren't you the dickhead yesterday? You were a dick yesterday, bro. Like, don't play nice guy with me. He's like, come on, man. Like, people be crazy, background be crazy. I was like, even so, some people were like, there's some bad apples, but you don't treat people like that, man. Right. Like, you just don't.
Treat the janitor the same way you treat the CEO. Like,
yeah, like
get the same energy all around.
Treat everybody the same energy. You know what I'm saying? Give them the same energy. Like, don't treat me nice because now I can talk on screen. Like, right. Like, you an ass, bro.
Like, coming up, like, my first few jobs were extras. Like, I music video, Netflix film, whatever, but extras. So I've seen, like, I know, like, we'll be in holding for like 4 hours, work for an hour, but we have to take all that time out of our day to be on set. Yeah. So I've always, like, they
don't even want you to audition.
Bro, when it's cold outside, they keep you sitting outside on the table like you ain't even shit, while the other people are over there into, like, the warmth and shit like that.
Right.
I really can't stand that. I couldn't stand that.
Everybody eating shrimp and lobster, you eating pizza.
You out here getting fat.
That's why I always, like, have, like, a certain kind, regardless of what, like, where I'm at on set or what role I play, I have, like, a respect for extras because I know firsthand what they go through.
Yeah, I was on a project recently and like they had the extras like sitting outside. I was like, yo, we ain't got no warmers for these guys. Like, where's the warmers? Like, it's a night shoot, bro. Like, where's the warmers? Like, it's night out. It's cold. Like, we need warmers for everybody. Like, they need something. Like, I'll speak. I'll voice that. Like, for them.
No, you have to though. I mean, I think
because
that
it's really on somebody else because like most of the background don't want to ruffle any feathers. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to play it cool. I'm like, you ain't gotta do that, bro. Like, if you let me know, I'll let them know. Like, yo, hey, can you, like, do we got anything for them? Like, what's going on? Like, can we get them in the car? Like, what can we do something? You know what I'm saying? And don't have them sitting outside because I remember those days, bro.
Yeah. I think that speaks volumes of character though. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of people do have the power to say something,
100%.
but they don't.
Yeah.
And like, that's real shitty. Because like, for example, you're talking about like the cold stuff. When I was shooting something and it was raining outside, well, fake rain, whatever, and we over there shooting. By the time we were done, they had us, in the heat room. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was cold. This was like 2 a.m, but the rest of the people were just sitting outside. They were in the same rain, and all of us, we got together. We're like, look, man, like, this is not cool. This is not right. Like, have them come over here. And when they came, everybody was chilling like a family.
That's how the vibe's supposed to be.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Not no tension and
it's supposed to be fun, bro.
We're supposed to be on the same team, literally.
Time, bro. Like literally, we're all working to make something happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like an anthill or like a beehive. Like, everybody's working to make the one thing good.
Right.
Like, the project is the hive, and you have all the worker bees. Like, we're all workers in that thing, and we all got to be happy. We all got to make sure that everybody strives. We all got to take care of everybody in order for the project to look as great as we all signed up to make. Like, we all signed up to make a project dope, right?
Yep.
So we're all working to make that project dope. You can't make the person that has no lines or is just in the background feel less. You got to make them feel good, because if they're happy, the project's gonna look good.
Yeah.
And they're gonna like really make sure the project looks really good, because they want this thing to work. Yeah. They want this thing to work, and then when it comes out, they're like, "Yo, look at me over there."
Yeah.
Yo, look at me over there. Like, screenshot. Yo, look at me.
Yeah.
Because they working, and they also want to be visible, and they also want to be heard. So therefore, they can level up to the next thing.
Exactly. They need to be encouraged to stay in this game, let alone even
and grow. Like,
yeah.
Like, they should be growing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's played that part, whether they want to admit it or not. Like, everybody's been in background. It's a stepping stone, man. Like, some people get caught up in it and want to be career background, and that's cool. If that's what you want, that's cool. But like, what they call, I wasn't that. I wasn't that dude, because everybody's been on set with a career background person.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You've met some. But but at the same time though, you want to grow. So you're like, all right, if you ain't trying to grow, bro, all right, just do your thing. I'm
gonna push over here.
Yeah.
I'm
like,
gonna take it over
do
here.
your thing, man. But like, I'm rooting for you. Like, but I want to make sure I keep working. And then also I'm keep growing and I'm keep studying. You know what I'm saying? All that time.
So as far as training goes, if any, what was that like for you before you were an extra and while you were an extra? Like, were you in classes?
I was not in training before I was an extra.
But you were watching like
I was watching films, of course. I was watching films. I was watching movies. I was Googling who actor teachers were. I was Googling who Meisner, Udo Hagen, Stanislavski. You know what I'm saying? Stanislavski and all those people. Like, I was trying to figure out who all these people are and get the lingo and understand. It wasn't until when I moved out of like the studio with the homie Aaron. I moved out of the studio and I got to a 5-bedroom house like after I booked like a Nike job, right?
Shout out to Nike.
Cut the check.
They fucking cut the check. Shout out to Mazio Royster for fucking looking out.
Actually, shout out to Aaron and Fred.
Yeah, man. Like, shout them all out. I moved into a 5-bedroom house. I had a roommate named Andre Hall.
Yeah.
Andre Hall he's a gem, man. He's another like big influence on my life. So he was like, yo, come to these acting class audits with me. And I was like, nah, I don't need that shit. I was like, I could rehearse in a house right now. And you see, I'm setting up a camera, put up a green screen, look a little blue screen, and we could like rehearse scenes in the house. He was like, all right, cool, that's great. That's amazing. However, you should be in class. Like, you're natural, but you don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not trained. You don't know how to you can't repeatedly do what you do. Like, you have an instinct for it, but you can't repeatedly do what you need to do.
Like, if they need you to do like a cry on cue or whatever.
Not even cry on cue. Like, it's more like you need to do that scene over again.
Right.
Like,
and
over and over. And bring that
intensity.
same energy in every scene. So he was like, you don't know how to do that. I was like, all right. And I went to audit the class. I was like, I don't really do this. And then I was like, all right. I ended up going back again for the second time. And I was like, you know what? Let me just sign up, because I was talking to this casting director, Cheyenne Martin, not casting director, manager. She was like, you should go talk to this lady named Holly Gagne. She's like really dope. She goes to Playhouse. I was like, oh, I've been there before. My roommate Andre told me to go there before. He didn't end up going to that school, but I was like, she told me to go talk to Holly. So I went back. I went to audit the class. Something clicked in me a little bit different this time. I was like, all right, cool. We'll start taking the classes, and I took a class with Holly and Tony. And man, something just clicked, boy.
Yeah.
Something clicked. And the school was so dope because it was $200 a month, right? And you get 2 classes a week, 2 real classes a week, and 2 rehearsal classes a week. So that's 4 classes a week.
That's pretty solid for $200 a month.
And they encourage the kids to rehearse day in and day out, like every day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, this is dope. And they'll teach the schools based on the Meisner technique, based on Meisner's teaching, because most of these teachers have trained with Meisner. Hartley has trained with Meisner. And I was like, okay, cool. This is really cool. I was like, all right. So I was going to rehearsal class, and I'll never forget it because Jim Perrick, who was on True Blood at the time on HBO, was a student teacher there. And he did a during activity scene in class where it was literally it was so surreal and so real for me, like watching him work in that and live on stage. Like, he wasn't acting to me, he was just living. He was so alive on stage. I was like, yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Like, I don't want to do anything else but that. Like, that's the only type of acting I want to do. Yeah. And I get frustrated when I don't be able to get to that point. And I started going to class every day. Like probably like 3 times a day.
You learned like the power in not just rehearsing yourself, but watching others.
Yeah.
I learned so much from watching others.
Yeah, like, and I wanted that. I wanted what he was doing. He was so free on stage. He was so alive. Like, I've never seen someone so alive, like, and like watch it happen in front of my eyes. Like, damn, I was like, I want to be that free on stage. I want to be that alive on stage. So I started going to class every day. And like, at that time when I was going to Playhouse West, it was every teacher was a fucking all-star. Yeah. Like, Holly was an all-star. Jim Perrick was an all-star because he also taught too. Jim Nees was an all-star. Eric was an all-star. We had Mark Pellegrino, who was phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jeff Goldblum taught. I didn't never went to one of his classes. What? Like, I never went to his classes, but like Jeff Goldblum taught.
Can we say that Jeff Goldblum is a GOAT? Can we say that?
He's amazing.
I know the GOAT, the word is messed up now. People, greatest of all time is like one thing, but we know what it is in modern day.
Excellent.
Can you say that
he helped start the school in North Hollywood with Robert Carnegie and Meisner. Like, they all helped start the school in LA.
Shouts out to Jeff Goldblum.
Because the Playhouse was literally in New York. But like, I wanted that freedom on stage, and I wanted that freedom on screen, and I wanted all that. So I started going to class all the time. Yeah. I was like, not only was I going to class and a rehearsal class, I was also auditing other classes. Nice. And in hopes to go up on stage with the kids in the other classes. And I was like, this is life for me, man. Yeah. Like, I'm not doing anything else but this.
Now, at this point, how long have you been in LA?
I've been in LA literally 8 months now.
8 months.
8 months now. So like, and then I'm like auditioning, finding ways to like get casting, and I'm like, it's still not like really working, but like I'm getting hired off of referrals. In that class, I befriended a couple people that were in that class, in my beginner class, all the way up to advanced. Like, I got from beginner to advanced within like 6 months. Word. 8 to 7 months. 8 to 7 months. I got to from advanced to beginner because I was so diligent in my work. Yeah. And like, they were like, oh, cool. Yeah, well, you could go to the next level and do this thing. And then what they call, then they got harder there, and I like learned from that. Like, so many people fell out from beginner class, like all the way to advanced. Like, there's probably like a handful of people that were, it was like 30 kids in my class. There's probably like a handful of people that still stuck with it, and that are like working. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of my good friends, Don, he's like fucking killing it. And then a couple of people transitioned to just directing, and so he's killing it there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I still kept that circle. You know what I'm saying? So, and other people like fell in love with each other in class, and I was like, y'all crazy. Like, I'm not dating anybody in my acting class.
Everybody knows Jean fell in love.
Not I. I didn't talk to anybody in acting class because people were dating people in acting class. Like, you were ruining yourself.
It gets messy.
It gets super messy, man, because you could be doing a love scene it was somebody in class, and you're, you know what I'm saying, like, and you're dating someone in class, and they're like, hold up.
I learned that in high school, dog. When I
Like,
was like in theater.
People start catching feelings.
Yo, man, I was catch feeling. It's crazy.
We were playing like a scene. I don't remember which play it was, but I was a king of sorts and she was a queen of sorts, and we were practicing kissing.
Practicing, huh?
And then
was
we
not
kept
practicing.
No, we kept practicing. We were practicing for a while, for a few days.
Hey, John, you believe this nigga was practicing?
Hey,
Word,
come on, man. Hey.
All right, let's move on subject though.
I'm just saying though,
before someone gets in trouble.
Yeah,
I know, right?
I
Talk
don't
about
know what
practice.
she probably still in South Bend, but it's like
Shout out to South Bend.
Yeah, shout out to
You
the
sound like
hometown.
Drake now.
But it's
She
crazy.
was on Resting Worlds.
But it's crazy because no, you're right. Like you
Kiki
gotta.
from P Street.
Oh, you will. But yeah, you gotta be mindful, especially when it's like dating your neighbor. Don't do it.
Yeah, you just don't do it, man.
You don't know. You don't date anyone, and
You
don't
don't
just
do
don't
it,
do it
man.
because it gets messy and it gets. Yeah.
But yeah, man, like it was cool, bro. I liked it. Like that's when like I fell in love. But then it wasn't until like a while. Then I was like, I got tired of auditioning. I hate auditioning.
I want to talk about that.
Okay.
So because
Like, how do you guys feel about audition? Like, do you guys love it still?
I hate auditions.
it's a
You hate
rat
audition?
race. It's a rat. I tell my reps this. It's a rat race. I'm gonna be 100,000 right now. It's a rat race after a while because they're like, oh, this casting director thinks you're perfect for it, and they're telling that to everyone else who they want
Yeah.
to bring in.
But you also got to understand that casting comes down to after they exhausted all the other resources.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we exhausted all the other resources. Now
They've
let's
already
start
seen.
casting. They seen who they wanted to see.
Yeah.
They know who they really want.
They really do.
So now it's like, you may or may not get this. Like, you still got a shot. Like,
Yeah.
don't get it wrong. Like, you got a shot. Like, there's a purpose for auditioning.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And auditioning is very beneficial. So you could also learn, and also it feels good when you book something off an audition.
Oh yeah.
It feels so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they already, a lot of the times, it's people that are creating the show, especially when they first start to create a show, they already know who they want.
Yeah.
And when they go through that whole process of auditioning, it's like maybe there's someone else, or maybe they want to open the door for something new, someone new to come in. You know what I'm saying? Someone new to come in to the whole machine.
Show us
of
something
act.
new. Whatever.
Yeah, show us something new, or show us your take. Because at the end of the day, you got to remember, you can't show somebody what you think they want. You only could do what you feel in that thing, and like how you would live it in that moment and what's going on in that scene.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing you can do. Like, you could only do it your take of the whole situation.
And you know what? That's crazy because, like, for me, you know, being a theater background or whatnot, auditions was always great. I loved auditions, yada, yada, yada. And I come here, I literally used to stress myself about auditions every single time. And it wasn't until I stopped giving a fuck about auditions, like stop beating myself up about auditions, you know what I'm saying? Just go out and do my audition and get out and not even to think about it or whatnot. Until then, that's when I started enjoying auditions.
Yeah.
Because before that, it was like I would literally like stress myself up for auditions. You know what I'm saying? Like the nerves and you know, like thinking like I should impress this person. I should do this. I should do that. But that's not even like
that's
what
we
it's
get
supposed
caught
to be.
in that. We get caught in the let's impress the casting director. Let's
Yeah.
make the casting director like us. Like let's give it all and like do the most. But no, bro, like do your take.
Yeah.
Whatever your take is, do your take. Put yourself in the shoes of this situation. What's happening in this moment? What is going on? Like, put yourself in the shoes of that problem, of like what problem you're trying to solve, or what information you're trying to give. What are you trying to relay? Like, put yourself in those shoes, and then you relate how you would relay it.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Like, just you relay how you want to relay it. Like, it gets hard. It's hard. It's so simple. It's hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
The answer's right in front of us.
it's
and
so
we look
simple,
past
but
it.
we're like, like, how do I say this? How would I say this? How would I? And you're like, then at the point you're like, maybe I would say like this, and then now you're like rehearsing 5 different ways of saying it, and then like you're getting away from what you're really trying to do. Like, yo,
that's not you, bro.
just fucking say it.
Just
man.
do it.
Just say where you at.
I was
bro.
talking to I was auditing a class last night, actually Anthony Mindels, and there was this casting director who was taking class, and she was talking about how there were actors who would come in who she's big fans of, and she was like, the thing that all these big names have in common is they're the character, but they're also themselves. Like they're playing a version of themselves to the point where you just believe them. It's not actory. It's like it's them, a different character, but it's them. So that like it frees you up when you don't care as much about the audition and care more about just showing your what you got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've learned that after a while, but it's still like auditioning in itself. It's like, I mean, it's definitely necessary because when it comes to these casting directors, they're the ones who hold the job opportunities.
Yeah.
And they're the ones talking about you even when you don't know it.
Exactly.
But after a while, it's still, I mean, it's easy to get jaded. I mean,
Look, man, I say create your own shit, bro. I'm about that.
And that's what you're on right now.
And that's all I'm about. Like,
Yeah.
I'm about creating your own content. Like,
Yeah.
Create your own content, man. Like, and that's going to really make you not feel as anxious because, like, you're in the room, you're like, oh, I need to impress this person. I need this job.
Right.
You're an actor, bro. Create. You're an actor. More so, you're a content creator. So create.
Yeah.
Just create. Like, at the end of the day, what you want to do? Act, right?
Mm.
So why don't you create the thing you want to act in
Mm-hmm.
instead of sitting out here begging people for jobs? Like, create the thing you want to act in. Find your audience. People are going to come and follow.
Yeah.
People are watching you. Whether you think so or not, people are watching you. You should just fucking create.
And you know what's even crazy? It's like, I think sometimes we try to look too far and try to look too hard, but it's like the people who you're supposed to be creating with are always right in front of you.
Yeah.
They're the people that you hang out with.
And
you have friends that are writers. You have friends that are directors. You have friends that are cinematographers. You have friends that are involved in all aspects of the, you know what I'm saying, of the whole thing.
Literally,
So
all
like,
of this is my friends. Like you're my friend for 12 years. Like
you know what I'm saying. So it's like it's literally they're right there, but yet we try to beg other people.
Yeah,
to
and
like,
we're also
please get me.
And we're also trying to look for some validation from somebody that's came here before us.
Yeah.
We're always trying to look like, yo, you know, you could be sitting with the next Denzel or the next great thing outside of Denzel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You could literally be sitting with that person.
Yeah.
Like, you could literally be working with the next Martin Scorsese. Like, you could literally be, that person could be sitting right next to you, but you're constantly like, I need to work with Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
Like, but that nigga right here probably shoots way better than Martin Scorsese. You know what
Right?
I'm saying? Like,
He's gonna make Martin Scorsese look, he's gonna make him a thing of the past.
yeah, he's like, you can literally work with that person right now.
Yeah.
Like, but you're like, I need to work with Martin in order for me to be good. I need to work with freaking I need to work with Denzel in order for me to be, for people to see me and feel good.
Yeah.
Like, he'll give you like these. No, don't get me wrong. Like, these guys like will shine a light on you.
Oh yeah.
However, you could also work with that person right now.
Yeah.
On your own shit.
Yeah.
And creating your own content. Like, you could literally do that right now.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, I need the next Kerry Washington. I'm like, Kerry Washington really in class with you.
Yeah.
She's literally in class with you right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Viola Davis, I need to work with Viola Davis. Viola Davis is sitting in class with you right now.
Or you may be the next
Or
Viola Davis.
you may be Viola Davis.
But you don't even
or
know
you
it.
may be Meryl Streep. Or
Right.
you may be Idris Elba. Or you may, you know what I'm saying? You may be freaking Mark Pellegrino. You may be freaking
Benedict
Robert De
Cumberbatch.
Niro.
Right.
Or
You
any other
may
De
be
Niro's.
Victor Camlendo.
Yeah.
Like, it's
You may
crazy.
be that person.
You could have like only 5 buttons buttoned up. You could be Vic.
Like,
It's
you
all right.
Believe in yourself.
Just
It's all right.
unbutton like 5 buttons. You are Vic.
You are
and wear a
Vic.
headband.
That's
You
all
are
you need to
Vic.
do.
You're
to be
definitely,
Vic.
you're
You are
definitely
Vic.
doing this.
Wear
a little
high
too far.
socks. You are Vic, man. Cuff your
okay.
shoes up. Wear a Malawi
Come
chain.
on.
You are Vic.
You are Vic. You are not
Okay,
that far from being
yes,
Vic.
you are Vic.
Have a receiving hairline, and you are Vic.
Shots are fired now. You know what I'm saying?
And you know this, man.
I'm gonna have to come back. No, but anyway, so you can do all this, and my question to you, right, Jean, is like, so you kicking in your first gear, you second gear, third gear. When was the moment that you had to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, okay, I think this is the time to kick it to the fifth gear?
That's me every day.
So you never had a moment, like, since you moved here like 8 years ago, like, you never had a moment when you're like, you know what, I just need to do this.
I told you when I was in acting class, like, that was the moment I need to do this. However, there was another time too. There was another time I had like a realization moment where I was like, oh, I accomplished everything I came out to do already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my goal coming out was to be SAG, to work on a movie, to be in a movie.
Those were
to
real
do
goals.
This, to do that, and I did that within like the first year.
Uh-huh.
They wasn't big. They didn't really like change anything, but I
did it.
did it.
Mm.
So I was like, damn, yo, like, is that it for me? Should I hang it up at this point? Like, is it? This is it.
Is this
like
the end go?
I literally did everything I need to do, but the money wasn't there how I wanted the money to be there. I wasn't able to take care of my family like I wanted to take care of. I wasn't able to move into a big house and like do all this stuff.
Like close to your face.
Oh, I wasn't able to like move into a house I wanted to move into. I wasn't able to do any of that shit.
Right.
But I accomplished everything, and I was like, oh, I'm not dreaming big enough.
Yeah. No,
like,
so
you have a moment like where you like, I'm not dreaming big enough. I need to dream bigger.
yeah,
challenge yourself.
definitely.
Yeah.
So the reason why I asked that is because there's a lot of people when they come here, when they move here, it's like they're taking strides, they're walking, but it almost feels like they're in gears. You know what I'm saying? They're waiting.
What was your gear? Like, what was your moment? Do you have your moment?
I don't have my moment. That's like me every day. My dream was to move to the United States and go to school here.
Oh, you did that. You did that.
That was my
You
dream.
graduated. And
Yeah, you did that.
This doing the acting.
Got a
thing,
cat. Everything.
Doing the acting thing. That was like my goal. Like,
Why you say acting thing? Why not just like I'm
okay, no, I'm just saying.
That's
I'm just speaking.
That's Vic's version of being modest.
No,
I know he's being humble.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, why you say
Okay.
acting thing?
Okay.
I just do a little
You sound
acting.
you sound
Me?
like you know what
Okay.
you sound. No, when people say that stuff, like people be like, yo, like remember when you first moved out here? Like you be like, oh, what do you do? Like what do you do? I'm like, I act. They're like, oh, you're doing the acting thing? How long you gonna do that? It's like, yo, don't fucking
Yeah, no,
Don't-
this
don't
is
do
real
that.
deal. Don't
yeah,
do it
don't
again.
don't
So,
do
like-
that. I used to be like, yo, I used to get so mad. Like I would be at a bar, be like, yo, what do you do? Like I act. They'd be like, oh, you act.
Yeah,
I'm
every
like,
time.
I'm like, no, I'm actually like out here pursuing, like furthering
like
my
that's
acting
my
career.
life.
Yeah.
Like this is life. Like, and like people still do it. People still do it. Like despite even on like I'm like they may have not seen anything I worked on this and third, but like they're like, yo, so what do you do? So what do you do? Like I act, but oh okay.
Yeah, it's always the okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but like for me, it was like acting was just like, like my country. We never really had that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so acting for me was like, oh, I would love to do it. So I went to college and I majored in theater.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it wasn't until like my senior year. Actually, my
That's where you guys met in college, right?
Man,
yeah,
actually,
like 12 years ago. He was
before
in high
I went to college, I was in high
He was
school.
in high school. I was a freshman.
But I
Oh,
was
okay.
I was
Yes.
visiting the campus because they had this program called what was it? It was Leadership
it was,
Academy.
Leadership
right?
Academy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Funny enough, leaders are made every day.
Yeah. That is crazy. I didn't even
Right?
think about it. Yeah.
So it was like it was until like my junior year when I did a Raisin in the Sun. When I was like, I literally have this path that I can use and that can like change lives.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And
When you say change lives, like what do you mean? Like how are you changing lives?
it's changing lives as in like showing the next person in my country that nothing is impossible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Let alone you made it over here. Now you're really making something for
You
yourself.
know what I'm saying? Because like honestly thinking like when you move here and you're African, a lot of my African friends will attest to this. Like the African families want you to be a lawyer, a doctor.
And
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like your
Yeah, you
thing.
Haitian, you know.
You know,
Man,
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
That's
You're
that's
Haitian.
any
That's the
immigrant's thing. Like
immigrant thing.
they moved to the country. First off, you came here. You didn't like. You wasn't born in the United States. Like,
Nope.
you came here. So like, your offspring is gonna be first generation. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yeah.
So like, I'm a first generation. Like my parents came here. They had me here. So they already had dreams for what I was gonna be before
you were born.
Before I was even born. They're like, okay, yo, he's gonna be an engineer, or he's gonna be a doctor, or he's gonna be a lawyer, or he's gonna be a nurse, or he's gonna like
Ça passe, ma boule.
or he's gonna do any of that stuff. He's gonna do any of that stuff before acting. Acting is not even a thought like it's not
Never.
even on their brain.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? And you literally went against all that stuff. You went against all the stuff that you probably were supposed to be doing when you got here. They're like, oh, my son's going to go to America and he's going to do so good things.
Boy, I got my earrings pierced.
Yeah.
It's
Like, you came to America
blending
first
in.
and you got your ears pierced. Like, thinking like he's going to do so much amazing things when he gets to America. Like, and then what they call you get to America, you're like, man, I'm getting my ears pierced.
Man, I'm about to.
I'm about to like.
No,
I'm
but
about
I think
to
you just decide
live my
like, you know what I'm
best
saying?
life.
I'm gonna live my best life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna live the life that people expect for me to live.
Like,
I'm gonna
all
live the
right, what
life
did you
that
go
I
to
wanna
school
live.
for? What did you go to school for?
Theater.
He went for theater.
So you came here, and the first thing you did is go to the theater.
No. Actually,
Like,
so,
what was the first thing? Like,
No, the first thing he did was lift the weight.
and
then he got his
no.
pussy.
So when
I'm gonna
was,
show everybody.
like
I
the first thing I did in high school was join the choir.
Okay.
Join the
So
choir.
you were a singer.
He
You
He
sing
can
on the
rap
low?
in like 12 different languages.
Join the
for
choir.
real, though.
This dude tried to call me out. Join
So
the
you
choir.
singing?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know.
Yeah, low,
Hey,
low.
what's up? They
Yeah,
call me
you know what I'm
loyalty.
saying. Low
Button your
voice.
shirt up, Vic.
I can't. I've been working out. No, so I joined the choir and I started doing some arts. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? And when I was a senior in high school, I went to go audition for a play at Notre Dame University, Salome, and I was hooked. And when I went to college, I tried to shy away from it. I told myself I was gonna study criminal justice, but
That's
the
what you
whole
told your
time,
mom.
yes, but the whole time I was studying criminal justice, I was auditioning for plays,
Right.
Wow, nice.
and that was it.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
wow.
and then Dean Curtis, who's like one of a great mentors
Shouts
to
out
me.
to-
Shout out Dean Curtis.
Man,
He
yes.
sat me down. He was like, "Yo, what are you doing? You have what it takes. You have the charisma. You just have it. It's like, stop wasting your time doing criminal justice when every single semester I see you in the auditorium trying to audition for a play. You're wasting your time."
Yeah.
And that was it.
That's good.
It's good
That's
to have that kind
Shout
of
out. What's his name again?
Dean Curtis.
Shout out to Dean
Marvin
Curtis, man,
Curtis.
for like talking some sense in this man.
Yeah. This dude was about to be a prosecutor. You was about to be the feds or something. You was about to put somebody in jail.
Out here snitching.
Yeah, I was going to drop.
I'll put all your
drop kick you.
headlocks.
John Elie, so as far as touching on what kind of what Vic said, so about 8, maybe 9 months in, you're in Playhouse West, you're accomplishing all of these things or whatever. What was the job that made you look up and it was like, not just after a day player, but it was like, wow, I'm really doing this. Like, what was the job that like took you to the next level? Because you came from extra, then you went from that to being bumped up and, being day players. What was that job that like even had like your hometown or your family being like, yo, like you're really doing this? Like, do you remember that job?
For Insecure.
Yeah.
Insecure is that job, man. Like, everything else has been like kind of like artsy for like actors, producers, you know what I'm saying? Like for in-house stuff. But like Insecure is literally the job that kind of like changed everything.
Yeah.
It changed everything.
Yeah.
American Crime gave me the leg up. And American Crime.
When was that? When'd you do that?
I did that the year before. I did that. That came out the same year, Insecure. So I shot them both the same year.
Can you tell them what you played in American Crime?
In American
Just in case
Crime,
they
I
don't
played
know.
what they call a Haitian kid who came from Haiti to save his mother from being abused.
How
She was an
about
indentured
that?
servant.
Shout
So-
out to Haiti.
Yo, like,
That's like an homage to you, your
yeah,
family.
I mean, that's
man,
him.
like that was the
That's
best.
him.
That was the best. Like, that was one of the best experiences. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Miko for being so amazing
Man.
and so giving on that job. Like, American Crime literally gave me like, and I remember when I wrapped that job. Julie is one of the producers and stuff like that at ABC, and she goes like, "I hope this gets you more work.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this changes everything for you." And it literally did, man. Like, it was that, and then it was like that, and then Insecure, and it was like, what do you want to create? Like, what do you want to create? Like, how can we help you create shit?
Wow.
And I was like, yo, okay, I went from creating stuff by myself and putting it out there and finding out how to market and do all this stuff to another company like, yo, how can we help you create these things and what you wanted to create, man? Like,
So you get on Insecure.
huh?
So I said, so you get on Insecure, right? It's
Yeah.
your first day on Insecure. How are you feeling?
I'm nervous as fuck. I'm nervous. I am shitting bullets. It's like,
Because I remember, like, we talked about this a little bit, and you touched on this. You said you've never been in a room where, like, you were so kind of, like, intimidated.
yeah, I was literally intimidated. First off, they created a project that was so well received by so many people. And I knew about Issa for like forever. Like, because one of the guys that works with her, like Benoni encouraged me to do online content. Like, he was like, yo, you should continue doing your online content, because I did like skits and sketches and stuff like that online.
Did you do the whole Vine thing when that was?
I did Vine. Shout out to Destroying them
Vine.
because they helped me learn how to shoot.
Wait, D-Storm you said?
Yeah, D-Storm.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you was rocking with them.
Yeah, D-Storm helped me showed me how to shoot. Like D-Storm, all those Viner guys showed me how to shoot. So that was amazing to me. They all like because of that, I was able to direct. Like because of D-Storm and all them and the way they shot and the way like they showed things, like I was able to direct, and that like piqued my interest in directing, and like I started like studying like David Fincher and all those people, like and watching foreign films, because like I fell in love with foreign films by being at Playoffs West. Like I fell in love with foreign films, and then I fell in love with the way foreign films were shot by foreign directors. Huh?
Old Boy?
Yeah, Old Boy was nice. Like
incredible.
I love foreign films, and they have like a different way of shooting than Americans do, and I love that style. So, but yeah, like D-Store and all them, like they put me on like on Vine and stuff like that. Shout out to my boy Les, who introduced me to D-Storm and all that stuff.
Oh wow.
But what was the question again?
It's like that led. So we were talking about you having your original content after Insecure. You were
talking
about
I was already creating original content, so it was like
your boy. He encouraged.
Benoni encouraged it. Benoni encouraged me doing it because he saw one of my sketches called Allstate Popeye. It was like a bit where I was parodying off of Allstate Mayhem. So my guy was called Chaos. My guy was called Chaos, and he was like a janky health insurance dealer. Like he was selling health insurance, janky health insurance. But yeah, and he helped me that, and then I shout out to Cam for helping me produce it. Like Cam helped me produce it and get me like the producing team. Like Cam. Like everybody knows Cam, man. So he helped me produce it, and I shot that, and then I showed it to Benoni, and Benoni was like, yo, you should continue doing this and do more with this character and like bring it up. And then I was trying to like get a whole YouTube situation popping with a kid from class, and the kid from class wasn't invested in the process of getting that stuff done. So he was like, yo, we're not making money yet. I'm like, yo, bro, it's only been 3 months. Like
he don't get the concept.
Like we gotta continue pumping content. Like he's doing his thing now. He's more of a photographer now. But like, and he went home. He's more of a photographer now. But like, he was like, yo, we're not making money. Like you're not gonna make money right away, bro. No. It's not like you don't make money overnight. Like we're making pennies right now. Like. Yeah. And I got to figure out how we're going to market this stuff because we don't have a fan base yet. Like, we have to, like, figure all this stuff out. Well, you're not figuring it out. I'm figuring it out. So, like, give me time to figure that stuff out. And then we started growing a following. Like, I got like, APA got interested in me. Like, all the stuff like
buying content?
Yeah, like, of working with me. Like, other places start interested in me, of working with me because of the content we were pumping out on the YouTube page. But I couldn't continue because I didn't have a squad to like create the content. So I was like, fuck it, man. I wish I could double me and just create all the stuff by myself. Yeah. But fast forward, Insecure happens, and now people are like, yo, you don't necessarily need to do this anymore. We'll help you find a team to create this thing.
Wow.
Like,
and is that through you, like your manager?
My manager's like, yo, we'll help you find people to do this stuff for you. Wow. I'm like, all right, cool. So that's awesome. And then like, not only that, it's like I have people that I were just friends with, and they're like, hey, I could bring you into this. Like, shout out to Val. Like, I could bring you into this and help you make something with this content I see that you already have. You're already producing content, like good content online. You don't have a fan base, but I can help you get a fan base. Yeah. And she's like introducing me to all these people to create the content. You know what I'm saying? And like now, like I had like my first thing. I can't really talk about it yet, but like I had my first thing, and like now we're going into production. Like we're going to casting right now. We're going to production legit. Next month. Like for real. Like for real. It's like for real. Yeah. But it's awesome. Also nerve-wracking because like I'm on Insecure, cool, great. I'm also working with some fucking talented people, like really, really talented people, and they like leveled me up. So I'm kind of an offspring of them. So like I want to make sure this thing is good, right? Because
a lot of pressure.
They put me on, like kind of put me on. And then what's it called? Not to mention, like, I can't even forget Eric Andre, because Eric Andre freaking introduced me to so many fucking
That's
people.
your dog, man.
That's my dude. Andre.
Not too many people know, but talk about your experience on Eric Andre.
Eric Andre G, too.
Eric Andre fucking, like, literally, that nigga said, yo, you're an actor? It's like, yeah. He's like, all right, yo. Show was finished, like season 1 finished. I was PAing. He's like, yo, I'm going to put you in this last episode. Put me in the last episode. And he was like, all right. After the show was done with Rap Party, he's like, yo, you should come on tour with me. I'm like, all right, cool. Now I'm meeting with Adult Swim, all these people at Adult Swim. Then he's like, yo. Yeah. He's like, all right, So and now I'm on tour, and he's like, "Yo, what do you do online?" I'm like, "I make prank videos and like the sketches and stuff." He's like, "All right, cool. You can do these pranks on the tour with us." So we start doing pranks on tour in different shows. Like,
Oh, man, that's a dream.
Amazing.
That's a dream.
And then what's it called? Then he was like, "Yo, what else you think you got?" I showed him some stuff. He was like, "All right, yo, I'm gonna introduce you to this person that funny you die." And boom, boom, and like he just introduced me to all these people and just put me on like without. He kept me in the game. You know what I'm saying? Insecure, Benoni, all them niggas, all them niggas leveled me up. You know what I'm saying? And like kept it going. Issa, like Prentice, like Ben, like all these niggas, like they really, really, like looked out, son. Like, like really, like got shit going, and like I don't want to let these niggas down. Right. Especially when on my own show I'm about to create. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so it's like you was nervous when you first got on Insecure because you rocking with like some real deal.
Yeah.
But now that
people
they
who
leveled
are on
you
their
up,
shit.
Huh?
I say you repping with people who are on their shit.
Right.
Insecure.
But now that you did your job and obviously everything went well and season 3 on the way very soon.
Sunday.
Right. But now
Sunday on HBO.
Hey, shouts out.
Insecure season 3 Sunday on HBO.
Who's having a watch party? I'm pulling up.
And if this is past August 12th, just catch up on Insecure and quit playing games.
Yeah.
But as I was saying though, it's crazy how you were nervous then and you did your job. But now you have your own content that you're blessed with, and now you're nervous all over again.
Yeah,
it's like a constant.
Like,
you're constantly
I was used
digging.
to it. Like if I fuck up, if I fuck up and it does good, great. If I fuck up and it does bad, it's like, oh, there's more eyes on me now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as a black person in the industry, you don't get that many shots.
Yeah.
To mess up, you don't get any shots at all. Like you got to be better. Like
you
got to be better. Like you got to really put out your content, and your content has to be good.
Yeah.
Because of this.
Yeah.
Like, you could be a white guy and fuck up a couple times. They'd be like, oh, yeah, give another shot.
Great.
He was trying things out.
Yeah.
But, like, as you're a black guy, you're like, nah, bro, like, you really got to be exceptional, man.
Yeah.
Your parents told you that shit growing up. Like, they're going to be like, yo, you're black. When you're black, you're wrong before you're right. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of problems. Like, you're black, you're wrong before you're right. Mm-hmm. And you just got to eat that. Which sucks. Like, it sucks, man. Like,
but that's what...
And it goes to all the shit that's going on right now, where people talking about the pay gap and all this shit, with, like, all that. Like, they're talking about how much... Like, I just watched a video today where they're talking about black women.
Black women, yeah.
Yeah, black women. Yeah, you saw that shit, right? Where it's like... they're making like 38% less, like, or 35% less than a white woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I watched another video today where Oprah was talking about how she was getting paid $20,000. Some dude was getting paid $50,000 when she was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like back in like 1980, and they're doing the same job.
Yeah.
You know, like,
but then it's like this whole
crazy.
thing. It's this whole thing, and it needs to be broken down where it's like this happy to be here mentality. Like, oh, but you're getting $20,000. You should be proud. Like, you could be working at, the Baby Gap or something.
Yeah.
But in reality, what we want is equality for real.
Send a request.
What'd you say?
So you can send a request to hop on my live.
My phone died, or else I'd be there too.
My phone died.
Keep Kelly on the muzzle when you bring her to the house. No shoes in the house.
What? You don't even have a carpet.
And can none of your friends use my shower?
You're being dumb extra right now. Park right here.
How long?
I just need to do a quick walkthrough and give the landlord my keys. 10 minutes.
You know what I have to say, bro? Like, I ain't really know a lot of Haitians. I think Jean, like, one of my first Haitians I ever met.
Yeah.
I thought this nigga was African the first time I met him. Because he's got this African aura.
I
mean, he tries to be African, but it's
Haitian art, like Haitian. A lot of Haitians are African, dog.
Yeah. No. But like, there are a lot of you guys here, a lot of Haitians, Haitian American, whether first generation or whatnot. But I love the vibe that you guys have of coming together. You know, it reminds me of me being from Africa and how we are. And I think it's an awesome feel, especially right now, being black, whether you're African, whether you're Haitian, wherever you're from. We have this unity thing that we're creating. And it's really cool to notice. I don't know if you guys follow Jean on that, just to like see the love that you guys have for each other. It's phenomenal. It's really cool. I just wanted to touch a base on that one.
I think anybody that's like coming from another country, like they're gonna see that someone that's from the same country as them, like, oh, you're in the same thing.
Yeah, you
gravitate to that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, I know we're not. A lot of people didn't think we were gonna be here. Like, literally, we are our ancestors' wildest dreams.
Yes.
Yeah.
We really are.
You're your ancestors' wildest dream, bro.
And that crazy
like,
thing about.
Yeah.
They didn't think you could do this.
Right. Or be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
They didn't think of this. When they thought of like, oh, he's gonna work in the mill, he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. Like, you're your ancestors' wildest dream.
Yeah.
That's
you
crazy.
are.
It's really it's a rough time if you look at it at face value, but if you really look
Shout
at
out to Jen for the quote.
it's a beautiful. Wait, y'all leaving me out. I don't know what y'all talking
Nah,
about.
I'm not
I'm talking about
anything.
you. I'm talking about you too, bro.
Oh, me? Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you are your ancestors' wildest dream. Do you have anybody in your family that was an actor?
Yo, I feel like I'm like first generation, bro.
You
Like,
are.
I'm first for so many different
You
things.
are.
You are.
You are.
You're
We
like,
all are.
what's your family? What's your mom do?
My mom, she works at South Bend Clinic. My pops, he owns a barber shop.
Hey, shout out to Red.
Yeah, Randall Shop of Swag. Shout out to
Randall
pops.
Shop for Swag.
Your dad accomplished one of my dreams.
Yeah.
One of my dreams is to open a barber shop.
Oh wow.
Yo,
Yeah,
cut my
like-
hair next time now.
Yeah, like I don't cut hair. I would hire the barbers.
Right. Same.
Yeah.
I wish I knew how, but
Like,
but my pops used to like make his own content. Like he wrote a short story. It was improvised called Pretzels, and it's basically about him going down the street and trying to go to 7-Eleven and get some pretzels, but things happen to him along the way. So it's like
man,
me.
stop putting that content out like.
Oh no, it's okay. You heard it here first, so you know who the biters are.
bro, create the thing first before you put it out there.
Yeah,
dog.
Hey, I'm
Put
not
it
afraid
out.
of that, bro.
Yeah, we
I got
got
a million
Jean
ideas
here.
a day.
That's true.
I got a million ideas a day.
Don't you got Jean here?
Yo, y'all know if Jean comes out with a project,
With a pretzel project,
if you see a picture of a pretzel,
he got it
you
from
heard it
Leaders
here
Are Made. No, speaking of Leaders Are Made.
no, but hold on,
though.
let me finish my thought.
Go ahead.
So
go
it's
ahead.
like, when my pops saw not only that I was pursuing this, but that I'm actually getting successful in it, it's inspiring him now.
Nice.
So it's like I look up to my pops, but now it's like my pops like looks up to me and what I'm doing.
You become something you never thought you would.
I never thought I could
like-
actually do.
Like,
it.
But
you're
he-
bigger than an
He
actor.
put
Yeah.
that energy in you, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He put that battery in your back because you saw pretzel.
Yeah,
You saw that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, he told you that story.
yeah,
And you're like, all right, cool. All right, bet. Like, you may not, like, was like, oh, okay. But, like, he put that battery in your back, bro.
yeah. Funny enough,
Like-
too, he used to get into clubs for free for dancing with a robot. Ironically, y'all know how I
And
get
you
down.
dance.
Yeah,
This
Like,
man dancing.
Yo,
Like-
he
like
dances his
dance.
ass off. Like,
Yeah.
that's, you are your parents' wildest dream. Like,
Yeah.
your father, like, he had a dream, someone shut it down. And then he said, whatever my son wants to do, I'm a vouch for him.
yeah.
And now look at you.
Now look, yeah.
And
Facts, bro.
like it's crazy though. But like, I don't know how many people know RJ like that. But like, he's always been the type of dude that just goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, he never really let like limitations just like stop him from doing anything. I remember in college, he just used to be like, I'm going to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Randomly.
Where you going? I'm going to Oklahoma. I'm out.
Yeah.
Where you at now? I'm in Texas, chilling.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, oh, I'm in LA. And it's that you gotta have that kind of spirit. You know what I'm saying? But that's also that speaks high volumes of you as a person, but also as everybody who's in this thing trying to pursue it. I think that we all have something that a lot of people don't really have. But we're leaders in our own way. So now I want to segue into this like leader thing, because I know.
Can I pay homage to RJ real quick? Yo,
Yeah.
I met RJ at Vic's birthday, right?
Yeah, here.
But I
He
didn't
wasn't
know.
invited.
I didn't know you knew him, and I was like a fan. I'm still a fan. I'm a fan of yours.
Oh wow.
So like, I was watching you like probably like the other day. I was like, yo, this dude is hilarious.
Cold.
This dude is cold. Like, he's really, really good, man. I'm like, damn. Like, I'm like, let me figure out how I could talk to him. Like, 2 days later, I show up at your party and this nigga sitting right there.
I didn't even know, dog. I'm just pulling up. You know, it's all.
And
family.
I'm like I was like a fan. I was like, yo, this dude is nice, yo.
That's love.
But
Bro.
He is
so
nice.
what can I say? The
Like,
African connection.
Nothing was funny. The funniest shit for me was like when you were threatening the producer at the engineer at the studio, and like how niggas like, yeah, you smoking? Like, yeah, I don't do that.
When I think about that, I'm thinking about Cam right now.
Yeah, good.
Yo, and like he really about that action.
Hey,
you
Cam
should
is
have seen him
safe,
threatening
y'all. Don't
Cam
worry.
back
Hey,
here.
Cam.
You should have seen him threatening Cam early. He's like, don't walk in the shot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Don't walk in the
He
shot.
told Cam like 20 times.
Put the camera down.
he's like, don't walk in the shot, Cam. All right, yeah, Vic, it's Sean. All right, Cam, what are you doing? I'm still having a conversation.
Me and Cam have a great. I show Cam all the respect.
Man, shout out to Cam.
Shouts out to Cam. the
Shout out to
intern.
Cam, dog.
Intern doesn't give him enough justice. He's a hard worker.
Nah, he's no intern,
Man,
dog.
that's just hilarious.
No, but I was on this way of like being a leader.
Mhm.
And I know Jean, you give back to the community. And one of the things I would like to ask you about is the what do you call it? Concerned Black Man.
Yeah.
Concerned Black Man LA.
Yeah.
Why is that so important?
Concerned Black Men is very important to me because I didn't. First off, my brother passed away. So what's it called? I don't really want to get into that, but like my brother passed away, and that was the man who showed me everything, right? And a lot of these kids that are in my Concerned Black Men organization, like the nonprofit, like they some of them don't have big brothers, or some of them big brothers are like into stuff they shouldn't be into. And some of them is just like the only child. They don't even have like an older brother to guide them and help them out with certain situation. Like, and shout out to my boy Earl for creating the Emerging Leaders program with Concerned Black Men. Concerned Black Men has been an organization for like forever. I think like 93. It started in Philly, and now they have chapters all over the U.S. And Earl called me one day. I was like, "Yo, do you want to be a part of this?" He was like, I don't know how your schedule is. I was like, "Look, bro, I make time." He took that and ran with it. He made sure I was at every meeting, every volunteer thing, and this and third. So like that was like really, really dope for me to be a part of all that. And it's like just the experience with them, experiencing things for the first time, learning new things, applying new things to their life, like that's so rewarding for me. Like it's probably the best thing ever.
That's
I remember, like, I got a video of their first time flying on a plane.
Yeah, I remember that. I saw that.
Like, that was dope. Like, them getting autograph hats from the Clippers. Like, when we partnered up with, like, the Clippers and Verizon, they took us out to Oakland, and we watched the Warriors game and all that stuff. Like, that was the most amazing experience I ever had. Actually, they actually have, like, a gala happening soon this month. I can send you guys a flyer, but
definitely.
I'll send you the flyer. It's like $100 to go, like to get a plate, food, and they're giving out awards. Like one of the kids, I can't say who he is, but he's getting an award, and I'm gonna end up presenting it to him. So like,
oh, congrats on that.
Yeah, like, the organization is an amazing organization that I encourage anybody who wants to reach back to the community and help out the community, especially like young Black, like Latino kids, Black and brown kids in the community of Los Angeles. Like, invest in them as much as you possibly can. Like one of the kids now, shout out to Day Visuals. He's opening up his own production company.
Shout out to Day.
Like he's making his own shirts. Like there's other kids that were making their own clothes. There's other kids that's like basketball's their thing, and they're like, you know what, I don't want to do basketball, I kind of want to be an engineer, and they want to be an engineer after going on trips where they realize like you don't have to, you can make the money you want to make doing something that you actually are interested in, or something that what they call you didn't think really makes that much money. Like they met I think VP at Verizon who was Black and like running shit and creating, who was in charge of all the new technology, and they're like now they want to a few of them want to be engineers now, or they want to work at Verizon. We went to Airbnb and like they decided, oh shit, Airbnb is dope. I would love to work at a place like this. This is like the type of office I want to work at. This year we went to Facebook, and they were able to see how Facebook works, and they were able to see VPs at Facebook that you don't really see on like the placards and stuff like that. Like they got to see those VPs, and they were inspired by those VPs about ways to go about getting these jobs and like making these connections. Like I got a guy named Elton. He's about to go to Oregon. He's about to go to Oregon to go to school for college. Like he's now we got him a scholarship. He's about
That's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got him a scholarship. Shout out to CJ. He's doing his thing too. Shout out to Corey. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to what's it called? Damn, man, like so many people, kids, there's so many kids, like, and they're all doing great things, man. And a lot of them like helping their family after school, they're helping their family, and like these kids are amazing, bro.
That's awesome. Like, even speaking to you right now, you know, and everything you said, you're not just an actor, you're not just a content creator. You're like you're giving back to the community. You're inspire the people around you. That's a very beautiful thing.
Which is very important, man.
Yeah. Because like a lot of the people that's around me inspire me. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't be able to be like this without the people that were around me. You know what I'm saying? Like Andre inspired me. You know what I'm saying? Carmody inspired me. You know what I'm saying? Like these are all these people that inspired me. Like Carmody was like the homie who helped me get the leg up on American Crime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she's starting her own production, her own agency, and she was like, "Yo, can I help you get certain shit?" I was like, "Cool, like we could help, we can work together. Can you help me?" She's like, "Yeah," and she like found the casting for American Crime and got me in the room to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like people are helping each other.
Yeah,
like work and get to the next level.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like.
That's why it's important for your network is important.
Your network is so important, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Very.
Like your people around you are what inspires me. Like the people around me inspire me a lot. They inspire me to do better. They inspire me to do great things. They inspire me to get involved. But the involvement I've always had because like I've always kind of like been like I'm the middle child of 5, right? In my immediate family, but then I have an extended family with another brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? Mark and Shauna. Like they inspire me. My mother and father inspire me. You know what I'm saying?
Your mother was in town, wasn't she?
No, she wasn't in town. That wasn't my mother. That was a woman I met through my boy Unc Pompano Puff. He introduced me to her because she cooks Haitian food, and I haven't found any Haitian food out here.
I want to talk about that, but I want you to finish your thought. But I got
like
on the pick.
He put me on. Like,
yeah,
like, yo, I found one.
Yeah,
like, I found somebody that could cook the food.
I got one.
She's like, she cooks food like mom do.
Yeah.
Mama Carmen, yo, she cooks that grub. Yo, you gotta show up to her crib. Like she cooks out of her crib.
Shout out to Mama Carmen.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick this bone right now. Pause. So. John Elie, I don't know if we made this clear earlier to the listeners, but he had a very cracking party last weekend at Andrew Cole's at the Mission. It was beautiful. The party started at 6. I got there at like 8. Oh, maybe like 7:30.
Oh, you
but
missed the food.
He had Haitian food. I was like, oh, an hour and a half. It's gonna be cool. Everybody ain't gonna eat. I text at like 7. The food's already gone. I ain't getting no mac and cheese.
Well,
I ain't getting none. What did I tell me what I missed?
That's on you. You missed
I
was there. As soon as I walked in there, I went straight to the table. I saw Jean. He was busy. I said, hey, what's up, dog? You good? He's good. I said, cool. I'm not going to this table. I went straight to the table, and I looked around, and I see food. I said, okay, cool. So they had this rice, right? I think the rice was
Was it black rice?
I think it was mixed with like beans or something like that.
That's GI sauce pois.
GI sauce pois. See that?
This GI sauce pois. This G collé avec pois. There's fucking GI John. They had grill. They had bonon. They got tasso. They got legume. They got freaking. They had the Haitian mac and cheese, bro. Like,
yes. Yo. It was so delicious.
Oh,
Somebody came in, they were like, yo, Vic, you've been standing here the whole time. I said, yes, and I'm not leaving until I eat every single thing.
I'm going to her house tomorrow to get a plate, bro.
Yo, it was really good, though. You missed out.
I did miss out.
He specifically said on his video, if you show up at 8 o'clock,
I said it. I fucking said it.
He said it all right.
Do not show up past 8 o'clock.
And call
You're
me.
fucked. if you're trying to call me, you're fucked. I'm going to be in the water. I'm re-enjoying myself.
Which he was in the
That's a good
water the whole
impersonation right
night
there.
Which I was.
until like 2 in the morning.
I was
fuck you,
sad.
Vic.
I was sad because I remember. I remember in college when we had PASU with the Pan African Student Union.
Yes,
Yeah,
shout
we
out
had-
to PASU,
yeah,
man.
we had
for the
Malawi,
African Student Union,
We had
man.
Trinidad. We had Togo. We had everywhere, and the food, like the samosas, like y'all turned me out. Pause with the
speaking of
food.
samosas,
Pause. Major
Yo,
pause.
I'm glad you caught yourself.
I know he sure did.
I would've went in.
He said, pause.
I would've went
Don't
in.
turn- Pause. Hey, yo,
Pause.
speaking of samosas, when I came back like last week from Africa,
Oh,
my
my-
mom gave me some samosas.
Where you at with the Haitian food, man? Where
So-
you at?
You need to hurry up and stop by and
Yeah.
get some because I'm about to eat them cats.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I'm
we
sorry.
got a homie, Hector.
Hector.
Cooks great.
Oh, yeah.
Hector cooks some food, boy.
Boy,
African food.
I know. I
Like,
missed
his
the last
jollof
time we guys
rice
were there.
is fucking amazing, man.
Man.
They just had
Am
a
I saying it
jollof.
right? Jollof? Am I
Man,
saying
I don't. That's the west coast of Africa.
jollof rice?
They say jollof.
Jollof rice. That shit, his
Man,
fire, bro.
I can only imagine, bro. Caribbean food, African food. I'm for it. I'm here for all that.
What
Cuban
was
food.
your mom's favorite dish at the house?
My mom's?
Yeah.
My mom don't eat good like she should. She
Shout
like
out to
pork chops.
IMJ Walker.
Shout out to IMJ Walker. What's up, mom?
Shout out.
She love pork
She's
chops.
about to kill
though.
you after this. She's like,
No,
"Word."
like,
She
she
didn't
know what
hear
it
this.
is.
She's gonna be like, oh, so I don't cook.
Oh, so I
Like,
don't.
that-
So all I eat is pork
so
chop.
I didn't
huh?
feed
Fine,
you
so
all
I
Nah,
day.
she gonna be
huh?
cracking up. Nah, she
You
love
look
pork-
healthy.
It's like
You
work.
survived.
Yeah.
They hungry.
No, we ate out. I ain't gonna lie, we ate out a lot. Like when I moved to LA and started living my own, I started cooking a lot more and diversifying my palate. But my mom was all about pork chops and spaghetti. Nah.
Nah, they didn't.
We owe you. Rain check that. I was actually gonna bring some of that Malawi gin.
You
but
should
I
have brought the
forgot.
Malawi.
That would've been
gin.
dope.
That would have been
I'm
dope.
thirsty though. That's the thing.
Well,
You drink all your water?
Yeah, my water's gone.
Damn.
Well, don't worry, I'm gonna get you some
Don't
Yeah,
worry
water.
we'll
about
get you
it.
something after the podcast.
Well, what I was gonna ask is, so we have Insecure. We have a project that you're working on. We have the leadership thing going on. My question is, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? That's one. No. That's
All right,
one.
Go ahead.
What is it that you want to accomplish in the next 5 years? And also, what advice would you give to any upcoming actor, actress, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, or races? And if you were to talk to yourself or give yourself an advice as a young 22-year-old John, what would you say? So I
Remember
guess
all
that's
that?
multiple questions.
Give you like 4 questions right there.
Yeah, he'll remember.
5 years, such a generic question. Is so like,
I know.
what are you gonna do in 5 years in your life?
Hey, shut up.
Like,
just
what do
answer
you
the
want to
question.
do? What's the plan?
I'm gonna give
Like-
him hands after this.
5 years. I want to continue. I want to be doing what I'm doing right now, just on a bigger scale.
Okay.
I also want to have my own production house and have a whole distribution company put in place where I could uplift not only just my people, but anybody's content, and then have them like bring in new people themselves. Like if I help you do something and you help you produce something, you now become a producer of the next project of somebody else's project that you brought in, that you believe in. You're putting your name, your stamping on it. You know what I'm saying? Like the same way people are like helping me usher myself into the game, like of a content creator, and like bringing me to the forefront as a content creator and director and actor and stuff like that. I want to be able to do that for somebody else. So, and be like, once I'm done, I'm like, okay, cool. I put my stamp of approval on the next person, and I put my stamp of approval on you, and you create something, you do something, and then that's how we keep it going.
It's
You know
like
what I'm saying?
you're climbing and you drop the ladder down. So everyone
you
else can
keep
climb it.
building with the next person. What was the other question?
The other question is advice.
Advice: if you want to be an actor, go to class, and you will figure it out from there. If you really want to do this,
Yes.
while you're in class, you will learn. Like, I didn't love acting until I was in class. Like, I didn't know how great this thing was until I was in class. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know how it could change and move people until I was in class. Like, Insecure played a big role in that. American Crime played a big role in that. Just like letting people know that they're heard and they're seen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the representation is everything, especially when it comes to making content. Because when we're long and gone and we're dead, the thing that people are going to be referencing is our work.
Yes.
So our work is going to say if we died and it's like a whole new race that comes in, for them to know what people existed in this world, they're probably going to be watching footage.
Yeah.
They're going to be watching footage to know who was who and what was what, like what was good, what was bad, what did they like, what did they not like. They're going to be watching footage. And our videos, our content, our shows, our movies have to represent that.
Mm-hmm.
They have to represent all of that. And I want to help in the process of representing all that. Even if I have to play most of these people, like, I want to represent these people in a real way, like these real 3-dimensional people, like, in a real way, and that goes with just me just being around people, like being around people and hanging out with people, so that if I can learn from people, like that's why, like, I try to like listen to people more than anything. I try to talk to them as much people as possible, because people want to be heard and also people want to be seen. So if I can facilitate that in some way, then that's what I want to do. And acting is one of the things that you could do that.
Rete? Pour qui ça? Pas que terminal.
Capable dire ça me vle dit. Toujours capable aller et dire ça me vle dit.
Ça pas mêlé yo.
Gen doit compter pour comme devant madame là, devant yo et pour ti moun là.
Eh bien, on pas changer. Mais vin juste là.
Yo pas capable forcer nous
Mais
aller.
vin aider yo. Et puis c'est petit l'autre monde qui peut intéresser yo.
C'est pas vrai.
C'est pas vrai?
It will take some time, but like, people want to see the shit you put out, man. They really do. And if you believe in it, somebody else is gonna believe in it. Like, I'll tell you that right now. So don't be afraid to keep putting stuff out. And if it doesn't get the views you feel like it deserves, just keep creating, man, and repurpose it and put it back out there, because someone wants to see it.
Man, that's dope though. Like, that speaks like hard to me, because I have some shit that I want to put out, but I've just been sitting on it.
Same.
Like, a lot, and it's already shot and whatnot,
produced, everything.
But I'm just kind of like, I don't know whether I'm just like beating myself, or maybe because I'm just a perfectionist. I don't know what it is.
Well, I'll speak to that,
but
because
I'm just like, this thing is done. This thing, actually, funny enough, this man has seen it. He has seen it.
I think I've seen it.
Have you seen it?
I've seen a few of your stuff.
But I haven't even put it out there. You know what I'm saying?
Because you showed me the stuff you shot with Kurt and them. You showed me the fires. You showed me like
yeah.
But I'm gonna say this though, speaking to you as a brother, that perfectionism stuff, it only holds you back, bro. It holds you back from creating more. Because if you're like if you're like holding on to this idea and you're like, oh, it's never good enough, then you'll never move on to the next thing.
Trust me, whatever you put out is never good enough.
Yeah,
it's never good enough. But you got to put it out though, because what they call, it's gonna keep evolving, because you keep evolving.
Yeah,
like you as an individual, like us as an individual, we keep evolving. So it's like our taste keeps changing.
Yeah.
So you like, it's not ready. It's not ready. It'll never be ready because you wasn't ready to give it. So just give it to the world. Let it do what it do. If it fails, it fails. But at the end of the day, you put it out, and then you're gonna move on. You're gonna create the next thing. Because, like, what are you holding on for? Like, what are you scared of? Someone saying, it looks stupid, or like, how is she gonna get better?
I don't really care that they say look stupid.
All right, cool.
You know
so
me,
like,
I'm an asshole. I'll take that any day.
So take it on the chin, and that's just ego. But take it on the chin.
Yeah.
Take it on the chin and put it out there. Like, take it on the chin. Like, if it doesn't work, cool. Yeah. Like, a lot of people, like, when I put out Game Night, some
like
people
that,
when they watch this shit, they're like, that shit was genius. But a lot of people didn't see it yet. So I'm sure gonna put that shit out again. Mm-hmm. I'm about to repurpose A Gentleman Always, so therefore you can watch it on IGTV, because I think IGTV is gonna be cool. So it's like, I'm gonna repurpose it and put it out there. Hopefully it gets the views it needs to get. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But what they call, you know what happens though? You put something out like that, it inspires the next person to create something.
Mm-hmm.
And all you want to do is continue making content anyways. So just put it out there and just keep it pushing. Like,
Yeah.
you creating stuff. Like, you're going to create things to put it out. Like, this whole thing right here, you made this.
Well, help. But yeah.
It's the help of people. Like,
yeah.
you're running this. Like, you're a big part of this thing right here. Like, both of you guys are a big part of this thing. And you're making this thing happen.
Yeah.
Like, you thought of this and it's happening. Like, and you're getting like people to come in on the show.
Yeah.
Popcorn.
Like,
It's crazy.
That's how it started.
Yeah,
the popcorn.
you guys are literally creating a platform for people to speak their minds and say what they want.
That's what I want to do.
Like, you're amazing, bro.
Thanks, bro.
You're amazing, bro. Like, and this could flop. People could be coming and shit like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? No one wants to listen to an actor talk about nothing. But like, someone's listening.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm making this for.
So you're making it for somebody. You're also making it for yourself, but you're also making it for somebody else.
The audience of one.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're making an audience of you are the audience at first, and it's gonna keep growing from there.
Yeah.
So it is what it is from there.
Well, we're getting a lot of gems from this, and
It's dropping a lot of
and I'm so glad that we have you and we were able to catch you because you've been busy lately, brother.
He had no choice. I was gonna find him.
Well, we know where you live. No, but to
I know
wrap,
exactly where he lives.
to wrap this up in a bit, I just want to say I want to thank you. Is there anything coming up that you can speak on? If not, it's cool. But what
Insecure season 3 coming out this Sunday
On
HBO.
Insecure season 3.
August 12th, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, and you're throughout that. They kind of like.
Yo, I pop in and out on the season this year. So yeah, just watch out.
Yeah.
Insecure.
Yes.
Anything else?
Some online content is coming out soon. Can't speak on.
Yeah.
Some things that I'm developing with a production company that we should be shooting next month. I've got some dope people who's interested as cast members, man. I can't wait to freaking have that.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. I know you're excited.
Bro.
Thank you in advance.
Well, John Elie, man, I mean, as a friend, I want to thank you for being here. As a peer, I'm excited to see what you got coming out.
Yes.
I'm inspired by the moves you make. I'm not even jealous. I'm inspired by all this free gear you be getting, these chucks and whatnot. But keep it pushing, bro. And you know you got us.
Yeah.
This isn't just no business stuff. This is brotherhood, and we're helping each other out.
You know you're my brother, man. I ain't gonna tell you all that I love you. You already know how I feel. Very proud of you.
Yeah.
Very, very proud of you. You're more than a friend. You're more inspirational, and which is awesome. I love having you around. Your vibe's crazy. Your vibe's great.
Yes, sir.
If you want to follow him on Instagram, go ahead.
Oh, follow me at Jean Elie. That's
He's not gonna follow you back.
JeanElie. Yeah, I'm trying to get my followers.
Yeah, say it again. He might follow you back. Don't worry about it. Just show love.
What was it called? But I do
your IG
go.
again.
I do go on your page, and I do will like shit and visit your page. But like, if same name, different app, Jean Elie, JeanElie. That's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff.
IMDb,
everything. Wherever you want to find me, just plug my name in there. You're good to go.
Okay, and you can find me as Zulu_warrior, or you can just say Victor Camwendo. I'm there. You find me.
And I am RJ Walker. That's I am RJ Walker on Instagram. I just got back on Facebook, so maybe you can find me. I might accept your request. I don't really use it, so hey, don't take it personally. But we are Leaders Are Made Every Day. We have our special guest, Jean Elie, in the building. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Take care.
Shout out to Cam.
Shout out to Cam.
Shout out to Cam.
we gonna get your IG next time, Cam. Wait, are we still rolling?
Yeah,
Cam,
what's
what's your IG?
What's your IG here, man?
Yeah.
Yo, I need you to put some bass in your voice.
Yeah,
Wait,
no, at
so
who?
Stickman Studios, right? STIKMAN Studios. Are there any like special characters, or is it just that? Stickman Studios.
Stickman Studios.
If you
for
want,
Cam.
if you need a hard worker for your production needs, boom.
Cam.
We out.
Leaders are mad. Peace.